Fairytales.
The Invisible Man's Secret, a tale of mystery and mischief. In the quaint, cobblestone streets of London, a peculiar mystery had begun to unfold. Whispers of an invisible man circulated among the townsfolk, leaving them both intrigued and terrified. The air was thick with speculation, and the once peaceful city was now filled with a sense of unease. One sunny afternoon, as the city bustled with activity, a young detective named Amelia Blackwood found herself drawn into the heart of the mystery. Amelia was known for her sharp wit and her unwavering determination to solve even the most perplexing cases. When she heard about the Invisible Man, she couldn't resist the challenge. Amelia began her investigation by visiting the local pub, where she hoped to gather some information from the townsfolk. As she sat at the bar, she overheard a group of men discussing the strange occurrences. They spoke of objects mysteriously moving, doors opening and closing on their own, and even a few reports of ghostly apparitions. One of the men, a burly fellow with a thick beard, claimed to have seen the Invisible Man himself. He described him as a tall, slender figure with piercing blue eyes. The man said that he had been walking home late one night when he felt a cold breeze pass by him. He turned around and saw a faint outline of a man standing in the shadows. Amelia listened intently, her mind racing with possibilities. She knew that the Invisible Man was no ghost, but a real person with a motive. She decided to focus her investigation on the recent reports of missing items from local shops. She reasoned that the Invisible Man might be using his invisibility to steal goods without being seen. Amelia's suspicions were confirmed when she discovered that several shops had reported missing items, including a valuable diamond necklace from a jeweler's shop and a rare antique clock from an antique store. The items were all small enough to be easily concealed, and the shopkeepers had no idea how they had vanished. Amelia decided to set a trap for the Invisible Man. She arranged for a small, valuable object to be left unguarded in a shop window. She then stationed herself nearby, watching the shop closely. As the sun began to set, Amelia saw a faint shimmer in the air, and then the object vanished. She knew she had caught her suspect. Amelia followed the Invisible Man as he walked down the street, carefully avoiding any obstacles. She realized that he was not entirely invisible, but rather, his body was covered in a shimmering, translucent substance that made him difficult to see. She followed him to a small, run-down apartment building. Amelia followed the Invisible Man as he walked down the street, carefully avoiding any obstacles. She realized that he was not entirely invisible, but rather, his body was covered in a shimmering, translucent substance that made him difficult to see. She followed him to a small, run-down apartment building. The Invisible Man was not a man at all, but a young woman named Clara. Clara's skin was covered in a shimmering, translucent substance that made her appear invisible. She explained that she had been using her invisibility to steal items from shops to help her sick mother, who was unable to work. Amelia was touched by Clara's story and decided to help her. She contacted the local newspaper and told them about Clara's situation. The newspaper ran a story about Clara, and soon, people from all over the city were donating money and supplies to help her and her mother. Clara's mother was able to get the medical care she needed, and Clara was no longer forced to steal. Clara's invisibility was a secret that she had kept for many years, but now she was able to use it for good. She became known as the Invisible Angel of London, helping those in need. Amelia Blackwood continued to solve mysteries in London, but she never forgot the case of the Invisible Man. She learned that sometimes, the most unexpected people can have the most extraordinary secrets, and that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope.